with Hodgie here, of course, and we've got the dynamic duo, Hodgie in the back half. I don't think there's been so much said about these two in the lead up, well, not just to this game, but the whole year in holding the old team together. It's normally the forwards that get the job done and get all the praise, but I tell you what, I think for the first time just about in history, you two guys finally get the credit for being the absolute directors of this team. What about that?
Yeah, it's fantastic, BT. I think that, when Steve come over in 2019, we had a conversation about that we wanted to build the best backline in the competition, and the 2 years in terms of 2019 and 20 probably didn't go our way, but we sat down at the start of the year, and I think the behaviours and the fundamentals that we started in pre-season day one, they stood up on the big stage, and I couldn't be any prouder than not only Steve but the whole backline group.
You look at how tight your whole team is, but your back six. I know when Maxi Gawn was up there about to hold up the trophy, you 7 defenders, 6 and the bench, you're off on your own, having a photo. You're not worrying about what Maxi Gawn's doing, about all the attention. You guys had your little group there having a photo, just celebrating within yourself. Yeah,
as you know, Hodgie, building a strong backline requires, obviously performances, but that relationship off field, and we've gone through our fair few ups and downs, and this year we set a pretty stingy goal to be one of the best backlines in the league, and I thought when Shory Chaplin threw that up, I was like, let's baby steps, maybe top 8 or top 6, but he was pretty strong on that, and I know we're sitting here now with a medal, and we were pretty poor in the second quarter, but part of that, I thought we were right.
So how important is it to have that 6 or 7? You've had a great run with injury this year. To have that 6 or 7 group of defenders together for long periods of the year.
Well, I feel for guys like Jaden Hunt, who went out.
Yeah,
of
he
sight.
Played every game up to round 21.
Got an injury, unfortunately. Jake Bowie comes in,
yep.
Performs. Most calm 7 game I've ever seen, and
well, he hasn't played in a loss yet, Bowie.
No, he probably thinks this is easy, and but our relationship. There's probably 7 or 8, 9 of us that week in week out can put their hand up, but the continuity and I suppose when you're performing each week, it's hard for the coaches to make a change. So I really do feel the guys that don't play, but they were out there celebrating with us. They know how much it means to them. And
Jake, we spoke to Maxi before. He's got a bub due not too far away. When you had to leave Melbourne to make the trip to obviously play Brisbane, play against all other states, you had a 5-week-old.
Yeah.
How's the FaceTime going? You've already touched base with him already, or?
Yeah, I have. It was great. Fraser Rossman, one of the young guys, gave me his phone to ring Jess, my wife, and the 2 little ones are asleep, but my wife was crying on the phone, and obviously it was super tough leaving them. Especially when Scarlett, my little daughter's 5 weeks old, and Jace, my son, I think he was 18 months when I left. And I said to him, and I told Abby after the game that I said to Jess, I'm not coming home empty-handed, and that's come to fruition. So I'm pretty proud of it.
How was it with all the downtime? Because you had the bye the week off, you played Geelong, you had another bye. Was that the hardest time?
Yeah, absolutely. I think us dads got together last week, and we all sort of looked at each other. We didn't really know what to do with our time, and that was probably the toughest week because you knew that obviously we were so excited to play in a grand final, but the uniqueness of actually having a bye before it gave us a lot of downtime and a lot of FaceTime, and I think I rang my wife maybe 6 or 7 times a day just to speak to her.
Hey, Steve, let us all in on the secret. The little twinge on the hamstring. We were all watching the prelim final. We all said, get him off, don't just make sure he's okay. How close was it? And
well, look, to be honest, our doctor Laura just came up to me on the way out and said, do you want to know about your scans? Because I got it scanned and she didn't tell me. And we decided to just go off my symptoms. And for the next 2 weeks, I felt strong, I felt good, I trained, and they wouldn't tell me. So it was probably a good thing. I was like, it must be nothing. And then she just told me then it was apparently pretty bad. And in the second quarter, I went for a ground ball and I felt it. I looked at Rick, I was like, man, something's not right here. And then I came off half time and I just sort of thought, suck it up for a half and you could be a premiership player and deal with the hammy in the off-season. And so I'll probably find out more about it, but by the way she told me, it sounds like there's a bit more there than she told me earlier.
Wow.
How were you guys feeling? Early on, you guys were on fire, and then the doggies came at you, and there's no doubt with 60,000 people here nice and loud that you guys would have felt a little bit of pressure during the second and the start of the third quarter?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that half-time we walked in, and in the second quarter we sort of had a little bit of a conversation out there that it was all about our contest. We've been a great contest team behind the ball, and we weren't winning enough of that. And I know Steve really put it on us at half-time and said that our contest stuff hasn't been good enough, hasn't been to the level that we've played to all year. And Troy Chaplin came in and basically said the exact same thing. So, Stevie, you might be a coach one day. But, yeah, we knew that it was just all about our contest. And I guess it helps when the mids did what they did at the end of that third quarter. I think it was 3 or 4 centre bounce goals. When you're on the receiving end of that, as a backline group, you know how hard it is to bounce back. So we're super proud it was going down the other end.
Well done, boys. The 2 happiest defenders ever in the history of football, these two. Look at them. Lovers. Good on you guys.
Thanks
well
very
done.
much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. Good on you, Jakey. Well done, buddy. Well done, Steve. Well done, mate. Jakey, good on you, mate. And I think JB's going to join us.